This week's episode of Diggnation is brought to you by GoDaddy.com, CashFly.com, Pursuit Force for the PSP, and Cocktakey.
The opposite of cock-givey.
Welcome to Diggnation.
Also potentially hazardous to your health.
Why do you have flies in your freaking house? I noticed this earlier.
It's Southern California and I have fruit.
This is my favorite story of all time. All right, moving on. You put zombie and you put theory in the title, and I don't want to do it.
Theory zombie Kevin.
Diggnation.com. Hello, welcome to Diggnation episode number 40. I'm Kevin Rose.
And I'm Alex Albrecht. Diggnation covers some of the hottest user-submitted stories of the week on the social news website, dig.com, D-I-G-G.com.
Yes, we are back in San Francisco.
Yes, we are.
My apartment.
Lovely apartment as it is.
You're staying the night?
I'm staying the night. I actually drove up this time.
Which is a first for you.
It was a lovely drive, I have to say. It was totally easy. It took like, 5.5 hours? Which, to tell you the truth, after all is said and done, I left my apartment about the same time. I got here at, 4 instead of
2.
2. So, I mean, I really only lost 2 hours, but it was
It's not
refreshing.
a bad drive, though, right?
No, not at
I
all.
don't think it's that bad.
It was pretty refreshing, and I'm staying here for the weekend. We're doing like a baby shower or something.
I'm not doing a baby shower.
No,
You and your girlfriend are
me
doing
and my
a baby
girlfriend
shower.
doing a baby shower. Not for us.
Don't say we're, yeah.
We're?
You said we're doing a baby shower now. That's
I said we're, not
not
were.
the case. Yes.
Anyway, beers.
Beers.
So we went back to beers. I have to say that my alcohol
drinking.
poisoning wore off. So
I don't know if you saw last week's episode, but there was actually, you only drank about that much of your beer.
I had a sip and then got nauseous and wanted to finish the show.
Yeah.
Which is why the show was so good, I guess.
It was good.
Yeah.
It's good.
I think the show is going to be a little bit more on par with our normal shows. And I have a Tecate. I don't know why it came out with so much vigor, but it's Hencho un Mexicano.
And I have the Pabst Blue Ribbon, the old PBR. And we
Yes.
both chose the 24-ounce variety for those listening to the podcast version.
Yes, in case you're not seeing us.
We do have a video version. We should tell people there are.
How
a lot,
are they not doing
There's
that?
people. I've seen people that download the audio only, and it's
Well-
like there's so much more in the video. There's screenshots. Keith puts up like random pictures of naked women sometimes.
Sometimes that happened
like
once.
right now.
Bop. No, that's horrible. We can't do that. All the blind people that listen are like, oh.
That's terrible.
Well, why wouldn't you watch the video? That's all I'm saying. You know, it's a horrible,
Dude,
it's a
there are
horrible
some
problem.
people watching or listening. They're blind, and that's bad.
We have blind people watching our show right now.
No.
When they see the look on your face, this is horrible. Let's just move on. This is bad. So I have, so we're going to Muy cerveza un cano, which is Spanish.
First story of the day is an amazing story. It is the
Really?
number
Did
one.
Steven Spielberg make it?
And it's the number one Doug story of the week. This I'm very excited about. Apple Boot Camp public beta announced part of 10.5 Leopard, so their new upcoming release 10.5.
Yeah.
5,657 people dug this story, submitted by Eggy Acid. He says more and more people are buying and loving Macs. Yes, indeed.
Well,
Hold on.
Two.
Can I finish the
Sorry,
story?
go ahead.
To make this choice simply irresistible, Apple will include technology in the next major release of OS 10 Leopard that lets you install and run Windows XP operating system on your Mac called Boot Camp. So you can download the public beta, and I did last night. So
how was it? I don't see XP
Well, here's the
running.
deal. Well, hold on. So I got to tell everyone, this is my brand new MacBook Pro.
Oh,
Just
clap,
got it
everybody,
in.
golf clap.
I'll have to say, this is, there's a
it
couple
looks
things.
a lot like the other one.
The screen, it's got an integrated eyesight.
Oh, is that what that weird dot is?
It has a little tiny infrared port up here, so you can kind of do the whole little remote thing and pull up your movies and
is
the
that
front row.
why? Is that why you did the remote?
And it's so much faster. This
Really?
just shows you how sucky the PowerPC platform was, because everything. I mean, Firefox launches in like a bounce and a half. System preferences is like that.
Is that like a new term, like a Mac thing I should
like
know
when
about,
you-
like bounce and a half?
When you launch,
big
when you launch like an application, it bounces up and down. You know that you have a Mac.
Yeah, I just don't know. I didn't know that there were so many lingos.
Yeah, that's what you use, the bounces. But
Good to know.
Yeah, so anyway, I'm really happy with it, but it's cool because I actually, but there is a problem. I installed this software last night.
Yeah, Mac Boot Camp. whatever.
Yeah, Boot Camp.
Yep.
And it said, okay, we're going to repartition your drive so that you can set this up, right?
Right.
Clicked yes, started to go in the process, and it popped up a message saying there is a corruption on your drive. Sorry, we can't do it for you. You have to run the original boot disk and repair the volume. Now I have to say, I put the original OS X disk in, repaired the volume, no problem, fixed it in like 30 seconds. But
Went
it
back
would
into
work.
boot camp and still the same
Yeah,
same
it
problem?
wouldn't work. So, well, hold on, this is strange. I just got this MacBook. They just came out. This is like the revision D that they've released, right?
Okay.
So
this actually, the Wi-Fi works.
No, it doesn't. I'm having some problems. I'm having some problems with the Wi-Fi. So I'll have to say, if you're thinking about buying one of these MacBooks, wait, another couple months. Let them get a few more of the bugs worked out.
Still bleeding edge, as it were.
It is fast as shit. Like when you
Really?
want a good.
It must be fast. You cursed right out of the gate.
No, it is fast though. It's screaming, so that's a good thing.
What is your problem? No, okay. How are they? First off, legally?
Stock went up 10% on announcement.
Wow, that's
Yeah.
amazing. That's hot. I wonder. I would love to see the numbers. Is it still 4%?
Well, it soon won't be.
Well, okay, but I'd like to see those
Yeah,
numbers.
it's still 4% right now.
Okay. It's a nice laptop.
They're saying they had some people that installed Windows XP on it using it, and they did some benchmarks. I saw some in CNET and a few other places. They're saying it is one of the fastest, actually Windows XP boxes.
Yeah.
Because this has a 256 megabyte graphics card in it.
Yeah.
It's got a 7200 RPM. It's an extremely fast machine. It's the dual core Intel Duo 2.1 gigahertz.
64-bit?
No.
Oh,
no,
yeah. I think mine's gonna be 64-bit.
Dude,
Have
sucks.
2 gigs
You
of
don't
RAM?
even run, yes.
Oh.
We'll see. We'll benchmark them, biatch.
We will. We'll do that. We'll go chin to chin. We'll benchmark Unreal. No, we'll benchmark Halo. No, we'll benchmark.
Whatever you want. I'll boot it Windows XP, bitch.
What? Okay, let's
cussing
move
so much
on.
this episode. Okay,
Let's
go
move
ahead.
on. You've been cussing like crazy. Netflix to sue Blockbuster to shut down online services. 1,621 people dug this story, submitted by S. White. Online DVD rental company Netflix Incorporated, some may know them, on Tuesday sued rival Blockbuster Inc. for patent infringement, asking a federal judge in Northern California to shut down Blockbuster's 18-month-old online retail services and award Netflix damages, according to a copy of the filing. This brings up a lot of questions.
Yes.
So the deal is that Netflix says, hey, wait a minute. Hang on a minute. We have a patent. And
What did they patent?
Well, they patented the ability to maintain a queue, which they call the wish list.
Okay.
And they basically patented their whole process of giving somebody a DVD, allowing them to keep it as long as they want, up to 3 DVDs, giving them the ability to send that DVD back. As soon as it's back, it's computer generated, spits out the next available on their list in order of priority that they put up. That whole concept they patented.
And Blockbuster pretty much just copied the entire process.
The exact same thing. Yeah. And they do a whole bunch of other things. So basically what happened was one of the patents went through. It finally went through on Tuesday.
Right, so they were actually approved. They actually got issued a patent because
On
you
Tuesday.
can file, but sometimes it takes 2-3 years to get an actual patent issued.
And they're charging the exact same amount of money, but here's the question that it brings up. And the other thing is that they really don't want to do it because one of the things they can do is either shut down Blockbuster's online thing, which is where they're making any money, if they're making any money. They're hemorrhaging money, Blockbuster is. But they can actually retro sue and get them. That's a whole new word I just made up.
I like that.
That's how impressive this moment is. It's retro suing, and basically have them pay for using the patent.
That's awesome.
But the fact is that this happened back in the days was BlackBerry had to pay $612.5 million.
Right, to settle
because
their
of patent
case,
infringement.
right.
So now it's Blockbuster can't do that.
Well,
they can't pay that.
Well, they probably have the money, but it's
But here's the question: should you be able to patent something that's so, airy? I'm gonna let you rent DVDs.
Yeah.
Should you be able to patent that?
Probably the process of how they strip them, check them in and get one out to you within I don't know how they do it. Seriously, when I use Netflix, first
It's
of
like a
all,
day, yeah.
who uses Blockbuster online?
Dude, idiots. Although
Keith's patent.
Keith, I know. It was was it Keith?
My mic pack?
Oh,
Is
your
it
mic
running
pack?
out?
Is it crackly?
Is it good? Yeah? We're good? Okay. He was patting his ass for something.
I know. It was I always thought Keith Blockbuster.
Charades, man.
Yes, we did. We were like, I think Keith, yeah, he's giving us the symbol. He uses Blockbuster online. And Keith's like, what? No. So who uses it?
I don't know. No one, hopefully.
Well, yeah, because Netflix.
They've screwed us for so many years, though. Like, how many
I
times have you
know.
been hit? I had a collection agency like come after me one time for a Blockbuster, like when I was like
dude,
18.
Forget that.
I'm
I
still
want
pissed
Errol's
about
back.
that. Errol's.
Yeah, it's a Virginia thing.
Okay.
But it does, I mean, it raises a big question, which is, should you be able to patent processes, quote unquote? Or should you be able to patent, like general ideas that are sort of ambiguous? I mean, I kind of feel like, I don't know how I feel about I cannot now offer 3 DVDs at any given time for a monthly fee ever again. Like, what? How is that right? You know what I mean? Like,
Well, you know what's funny?
I guess I don't get where the patent law
This is
comes in.
this is this whole thing. Do you remember a couple years ago there was that company that decided to start suing everyone because they patented like e-commerce?
Yeah.
And so they were going after all these little tiny small companies trying to sue them. They were actually winning because these companies didn't have the money to like
Fight.
put up the fight
Yeah.
legally, and it was just. But I
Well,
don't
it's the
know.
RIAA syndrome.
I'm all for
Like, give me
anything.
$5,000 and stop, instead of actually suing, instead of actually fighting in court.
I dug it the second I saw it. I didn't even read the article. I was like, hell yeah, dude, Blockbuster's going
Oh,
down.
dude, yeah, no. Heh. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Anyway, next
what's
story. Mars rover broken wheel is beyond repair. This is a sad story. 936 people dug this story, submitted by J Chow 1. He says mission managers have given up on fixing a broken wheel on NASA's Spirit rover and will simply have to drag the wheel on future drives.
I was just gonna like drag this like
It says
broken
that-
wheel across Mars, like.
They're trying to get it to safe terrain for the winter or something like that. So basically, this thing's kind of breaking down. It's sad. Like
I didn't even know it was still up there.
Yeah.
I
It was
mean, I
only
didn't know
supposed
it was
to last
going
like
back,
what, 3
but-
months? Prager knows.
3 months, yeah.
It was only supposed to last like 3 months, and they've
Well,
gotten.
it's like mirror. I mean, everybody uses them until they blow up.
Well, they've reprogrammed it several times, and it's amazing that they've done all this to this Mars rover, and it still works.
But now it seems it's on its last wheel.
It's pretty much dead. There needs to be something though,
The
like
next one.
no, like there needs to be like something that they programmed in it. It needs to do one last thing.
Like explode really big so
No.
people can see it.
You know, like there should be
We're
a
gonna
button.
ignite the atmosphere.
There should be a button at NASA where they're like, okay, now's the time, and they just push it, and it sends a signal, and it does something.
it's like I can just see like on Mars, it's this like little broken toy remote control car, and like this flag like meep,
Exactly.
and it comes out. It says like
Like a little flag or something should come out. You know what I mean? There should be like one last little thing that it does, like so everyone can have a.
I think they should just try to launch it into like one of those craters.
No, well,
Just see how far it
that
goes.
would be pretty cool.
Well, here's a question: do you think we should go to Mars? I'm a huge proponent of space.
I don't know.
big
What are we gonna
space
do
fan.
there? We're gonna pick up rocks and like.
No,
make it
we're gonna
dust.
freaking figure out if we can make big igloos there, and then fly people up there, and they can live in the igloos instead of here. You see what I'm saying?
No, it's dust. It's just like you
It's
go.
not dust. It's
You pick up rocks,
Dude, all the people who talk about like the environmental impact of like billions and billions of people, it's not like we're gonna stop having sex and making babies.
No, I know. It's
You know what I mean? So
but all
seriously,
that
where are
money,
we gonna
wouldn't it
go?
be better spent on like research for like a vaccine for AIDS or something?
I don't know.
Do you know what I mean? Like,
Well, come on. Now you can't. It's like that's like AIDS and oranges. You can't compare the two. You know what I mean? It's like you can't say because everybody's gonna. You're gonna take the freaking
if
AIDS.
there was something cool up there, like if there was like if you saw a possum.
We don't know. We don't know.
But-
Okay,
but
first
there's-
off, there are no possums.
Well,
on
I'm just saying,
Mars.
like, if you saw
I'm
something-
just saying, come on, Kevin,
If
let's
you
be
saw
serious.
something like running across, the desert, then you could be like, okay, we need to figure out what the hell that is. But it's just rocks.
That's what you spend your money on. Is not
Yes.
not habitating, but if there's some sort of freaky creature up there, you're like,
Dude,
okay, we need to figure
tell
out what
me
the hell that
if
thing
there was a creature up there, everyone would want to like we'd be sending ships like nonstop to go figure that shit out.
Especially if it was some sort of small pocket marsupial. the small Martian marsupial that's running around. That's
I don't know.
awesome.
I'd be yes.
So unless we find extraterrestrial life, you're kind of F space.
Well, it's just rocks, really.
F space, don't go.
Ah,
You get the little F space, don't go.
it's
Whatever.
I don't know. Well,
I think
hopefully-
space is, I want to do, because like I was talking to my girlfriend and she was like, what would you, if you had a week to live, what would you do? Like if you had 1 week left, like a doctor's like, yeah, you got a week to live. What would you do? And I was like, well, I would go into space. You know what I mean? Like I'd hook that up and I'd be like, let's go up into space. I've never been.
Yeah, but you get sick like right off the bat, right? Like 90% of people that go up into space like get sick and they throw up all the time. So basically, you'd just be like puking for the last week.
Yeah, gonna die anyway there, Kev.
Yeah, fair enough.
I'd be in space, so I could be like,
There's
well, that
better
was
things
fun.
to do on Earth than that.
Tell me, name one thing better to do than go into space.
Mila Jovovich. Am I not right, Keith? Keith, I'm right.
I don't know. That is a toss-up. Going into space, doing Mila Jovovich.
All right.
The good news is you couldn't die from having sex with Mila Jovovich, I don't think. She's very flexible. Let's move on.
Yes. Prager.
That's horrible.
Prager.
That's horrible,
We're
Prager.
gonna-
No, don't edit that. That's brilliant. 15,000 layer Photoshop file. What? 3,308 people dug this story. Submitted by new recruit Burt Monroy. That guy's up to something. Released his latest Photoshop painting this week after 11 months of work with an estimated 2,000 hours. The attention to detail is amazing in this 10-foot wide poster recreation of some subway. First thing that pops into my mind when I look at this picture is,
It's a picture.
why?
It's a lot of time. So here's the deal.
No, that's my question.
We know
Why?
Bert. We know Bert.
Yeah, I've met Bert. He's
And
great.
we actually I went over to his house here probably about, I don't know, 2-3 months ago, something like that. And I
sure
saw
that-
him working on this thing. And it's insane the amount of work that you have to put into something like this to create. I mean, it looks
It's
like
photorealistic.
a picture.
Let's say
Yes,
photorealistic.
it's a great word. to
I would
apply.
use that phrase, photorealism.
But he was taking so much time into going to every little texture, and like the little bolts have rust on them.
Dude,
And
look at all this stuff.
I know, it's insane.
They zoom like freaking Mazda in on these
was a great
sections.
song.
Thank you. That song gets stuck in your head. Speaking of which, freaking Liam Lynch got one of his songs stuck in my head, and we'll talk about that later.
Yes.
But all the textures, it's just like, it's ridiculous the amount of time, and it's a great picture of some place. I love it.
It was originally a picture that a friend took
Chicago?
and I sent it to him. Yeah, I think it's Chicago.
Yeah.
But it's one of those things where you're like, you can do this kind of stuff. So what do? You do subways and stuff, right?
I mean, do you sell it? Does it just hang? Do you print it?
Yeah, you do.
Bert,
He prints
I'd
it
like to
out.
know.
He does. He prints it out into like it was printed right back into like this huge something
It was the Photoshop show.
Photoshop show. Yeah, he showed it off there.
Oh,
And so
good.
people get to see it and walk by and make comments and stuff like that.
It's big. It's
I mean, I don't think you and I
Chicago.
can ever understand
Dude, okay,
what would
first
bring
off,
someone to create something like this.
right. I mean, maybe a
Because
slight bump on the head or something.
There's
but
like people that do this in Microsoft Paint. Have you seen those people?
no.
They make like crazy.
Did you see that guy who did the sand video?
No.
It's going around the internet where he did like the sand. It was like sand on a
Oh,
projector,
yes.
and he was just like.
And he's like rubbing the sand.
Yeah.
That was cool.
That was hot, dude.
What was that?
It was some like Microsoft like
No, it wasn't.
presentation.
No.
No, it was a presentation. They like brought in this guy to do like.
He was
this-
telling a story with sand, and he was like rubbing it, and there was like a baby would
Yeah, it was
come
like a baby,
out.
and then it got older, and then it died, and then there was
Right.
a dragon for no reason, and then it was like,
Right.
well, he was Japanese, so there was always
Yeah.
a dragon.
It was crazy.
It was nuts, but it's like that kind of thing where like me creatively, I mean, like I love to create, music and entertainment, and I sometimes write when pressed, you know what I mean? So I get the creative urge.
Right.
And I will say, I was going to be a 3D animator. I went to college, when I started out college, I was going to be a 3D animator.
That never panned out.
It did not, and the reason why was because I was horrible at art. I got the functionality behind it. I could figure out the coding and how
Right.
it worked, and I was like using 3D Studio Max back in the day, and actually met with Pixar and interviewed with Silicon Graphics and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Way back in the day. Bottom line, I can't draw.
It's good though. Bert did a good job.
Bert did a great job.
Yes.
Bert, hats off to you, and take a nap. You know what I mean? I think 2,000
lot.
hours, you deserve one.
That'll
So
work.
from Alex to you, take a nap.
This is a really cool story. How I Work by Bill Gates. 2,404 people dug it. Submitted by MCP Cray. He says, quote, I get about 100 emails a day. We apply filtering to keep it to that level. And I lost my place.
Kevin is
Well, it's
making
one of those
this
things
all
where
up.
it cut off level of email that comes straight from anyone I ever correspond with, anyone from Microsoft, Intel, HP, etc. And he says, and I always see a write-up from my assistant from any other email from companies that aren't on my permissions list or individuals I don't know. So
Cool.
here's the deal. This, sounds very boring from the description, but if you go and actually read,
But seriously,
if you
not.
read the story, it's actually written by Bill Gates. It's not like someone interviewing him. He was like, I'm going to write an article for Forbes, and say
okay.
exactly how I get my work done, how I communicate with people.
So like his business day.
Right. So he basically describes his office. He has 3 flat screen monitors that are all interconnected with each other.
That's
he
nice.
keeps one with like his incoming mail. One is when he's composing mail, and the other one is when he's like has his Internet Explorer and/or Firefox running in the right window.
Did you say and/or
No, he didn't say
Firefox?
But he also has like his tablet PC that he does little drawings
You mean the
on.
origami?
I don't think he has an origami yet.
Oh, I want an
I'm sure he's
origami.
played with it, but he didn't say it in his article. Anyway, it's pretty cool because this is the first time I'd like to see Bill Gates do more of this stuff because you actually get to know him a little bit. He talks about, I wake up in the morning, this is what I do.
Yeah.
Sometimes like I get family emails and I don't have time to respond to them during the week because I'm busy, so I do that on the weekends like, with my tablet PC. And like, it's actually a rare glimpse and like.
Wouldn't that be weird if your uncle was Bill Gates? What was that? All of a sudden you were like a British nanny. She's like, no.
It's kind of sounded like a meow a little bit. That was
I
weird.
was like, what? But anyway, I think it would be weird to have Bill Gates as my uncle. I mean, you get great stuff for Christmas, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean.
Oh, you better. He seemed. No.
I wonder.
Do you think he'd hook people up? That's what I was just about to say. Do you think he'd be like, if you were like, Bill Gates is my uncle, I got a fucking rock? What?
No, I think he probably kicks down just only Microsoft products. He'd probably disown you if you were like, hey, did you check out Firefox? Block.
Dude, that would be awesome. That would be a great little sketch. If you like, Bill Gates' son comes home and he's wearing an Apple T-shirt. He's like, what
it
the
would be
hell's your
over.
problem?
Beats his kids.
Beats his kid down. That'd be awesome. And
Yeah.
then same thing with Jobs.
Yeah. Bill Gates seems like a nice guy. Read
He
this.
does.
Read
He
this
actually
story.
he
though.
does a really good job of making fun of himself. Like, you've seen all those videos
Oh,
that
yeah.
they do?
He's cool like
and
that.
He's pretty cool.
It's so. Yeah, I think he needs to do more of this kind of stuff though, because he's always been.
Well,
seen
first
as,
off,
like,
he's
this
one of the
evil
most
overlord.
I
you
know,
what
and
mean?
he contributes like more than anybody else donates money to causes every year. Like, he's always the number one. That's one of the reasons why he was Times Man/Woman/Bono of the year.
It was like a.
You know what I mean?
He's always doing vaccines. Like
Yeah,
he
but
creates something.
he'll give away like $50 billion in a year to like, whatever, Quetzalcoatl. And, all right, not the dragon god from the freaking Aztecs, but you know what I'm
Yes.
saying? Like some like weird thing that's
Yeah,
going
it's
on.
always-
And he's like,
I think his
that-
wife
a
does
lot
a
of
lot of
money.
that stuff though.
Melinda,
Melinda,
Bill
yeah.
and Melinda Gates Foundation, NPR, hello.
I think that's what she does full time. She just like finds good places to spend money.
And money.
He must get pissed at
I was just about to say,
he
that
comes
sounds like
home-
everybody's
he comes
wife.
home and she's like, I just dropped 50 million. And he's like,
She's like, ooh, we've only got 27,000 million left. I don't know why all of a sudden he's like,
he sounded like Seinfeld.
that wasn't Seinfeld, that
Little
was way
bit.
back older. But
All
still.
right,
Well, that's weird.
next story.
First clockless processor from ARM is revolutionizing CPU design. Very techie story, very good news. 1,564 people dug the story submitted by the Deacon. With no fixed clock speed, its circuits stopped when they are not busy, but unlike current CPU power-saving designs, any part of the chip can shut down and different parts can run at different speeds as needed. The ARM 996HS only burns less than 1/10 of 1 watt under full load.
Yeah.
Cool. Imagine the potential battery life when this gets into laptops. Now, this was designed for
Is it
automotive
yeah,
stuff.
I was gonna say I didn't think it was
like
laptop
medical
like,
stuff. It's very like
It's
when
a small like little ARM processor. Like most
Yeah.
like little handhelds. I thought my phone was there. But
it's in the back. Remember it ringing?
Yeah. Most handhelds have like little ARM processors in them, but it's
Yeah.
still strong arms or something like that.
So the deal is that, I mean, most of the people who watch the show know that, clock speed, quote unquote, is the, hertz or gigahertz or whatever it
Right,
is.
it's what you like rate. Like,
It's
this is
usually-
2.10. Yours
Right,
is
yeah. Mine's going to be
500 megahertz.
Yeah, mine's 500 megahertz, but the new one's going to be a 2.2 gigahertz 64-bit processor. But and the deal is that it's always running at that speed so that it can sort of tell the computer when to do stuff, like on-off switch. It's flipping on and off,
Right.
and when it's doing it, it's ready to go. That's how it knows to go. The way this is working is that, and I think it's called asymmetric powering or whatever. But the bottom line is that I can't remember what they call it because there's a
Random shit
disymmetric.
up.
Dude, I swear it was in here. It was either disymmetric or asymmetric. Anyway, no, that's not even the sentence I was looking for. So the deal is that they've now basically said we don't need a clock speed.
Right.
The clock speed will be determined by what the process needs. because some processes need to be run fast and other processes don't need to be run fast, and they use a lot more power when they're running really fast. That's blah 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 blah. So the deal is that this is going to be great for automotive stuff because it really lowers the amount of power that you need. Medical stuff, because the other thing that it lowers is it doesn't have as much of an electromagnetic field. So for things like pacemakers and for other, medical
cool.
implants and stuff like that, it doesn't do it because there's no constant electronic stimulus.
Right.
So it's not always doing, getting on that rhythm of like, every 2.1 gigahertz.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, so it's really cool. I mean, and they've been talking about this for about 2 years. I think in October 2004, they basically said, we're going to try to do this. And now they have it.
Nice.
And the deal is that, like it said, sections of it can be turned off and turned on. So they're thinking that it can be completely off because even a regular computer, when it's on and just not using it, the clock is still kind of going.
Yeah, I tend to I've seen a lot of hype around processors over the years, with like Transmeta and things like that, lower
dude.
power processors. It's like, I gotta
Let's
wait
just
to
see it in a
device.
computer. Yeah, right,
exactly.
you know what I mean?
This is gonna be another 4 years before we see it in a
Yeah.
device, and then it'll be slow.
And same with like HT technology when it came out and like even dual core stuff. It was like, great, let's check it out. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like I like the concept. 2 processors for the price of 1.
It is cool stuff, though.
So that's good, and
Yes.
thank you, ARM,
Oh.
for keeping the world at running at a different clock.
This is a story where I need a little bit of your participation.
I love participation.
Yes, health problems related to geek lifestyle. 1,487 people dug the story, submitted by Davak. He says, physicians commonly describes common health problems has been...
I love when the English just stops.
Well, there's no punctuation here.
That's right. You can figure it out.
They describe common health problems he has seen in his patient population, which is full of geeks. He says, I have almost all of these problems.
Uh-oh.
I love how he explains the fact that we have a lack of attention. Great read. So I read
Okay.
through all the different signs. They're saying that these are common ailments that geeks come
have.
up with and what we should do to kind of fix them.
Okay.
He says, horrible sleep hygiene. Do you have a hard time sleeping at night?
I'm trying to process sleep hygiene.
Oh, do you sleep well?
I sleep pretty good. I like to sleep. I sleep in. So I think I sleep pretty well. Fairly well, yeah.
Okay.
I don't think I have bad sleep hygiene.
Good to know. Check that off.
And what's my score?
No, there's no score.
Okay, next.
It says, so basically it says that there's most...
That was the one question you had for me?
No. It says that most geeks have really bad sleeping problems, you
Yeah.
know, blah, blah, blah.
Overstimulation.
I don't know what that is. Headaches is another one. A lot of geeks get headaches because they stare at the computer screen all the time.
I get headaches every once in a while. Do you get headaches?
No, I don't. I never get
I
headaches.
got headaches a lot when I was a kid.
Really?
Like to the point of like,
I used
is
to,
he alive?
I get them if I
die,
drink
or?
aspartame. If I have aspartame, I get a headache.
I don't know what that is.
NutraSweet?
Okay.
Yeah. Next story.
Next story.
Next story. Next problem. Poor attention span. It says
What?
Typical geeks tend to have a very poor attention span because they multitask too many times.
You have a really bad attention
I
span.
do. Mine is really bad because
Really bad.
the problem is I'll get like onto. There's too many emails coming in. There's too much stuff
Yes.
going on.
No, I know.
And I
see.
just get
You're the exact prime reason. I'm not so bad.
Yeah,
Not so bad.
They said that it's ADD and stuff like that, but I don't know if I buy ADD.
You know what? Maybe it's just a.
Do you think people really have ADD, or do you think that's kind of like a made up
Yes.
thing? Really?
Yes.
Okay. I don't know.
I've known a few people that have just been like, dude, whoa.
They just put you on
Whoa,
speed though,
whoa,
right?
whoa,
Prager's
whoa,
kind of
whoa,
has ADD.
whoa.
See? See?
What?
That's totally.
I was talking about something else.
Um,
No, I think ADD is a label for a. I think everybody's on a sliding scale when it comes to all parts of their personality, and one of them is the amount of attention that they give you. You know what I mean? Like, I guess you could break down ADD as my friends don't really give me that much attention. Maybe it's not. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I'm just saying.
Are you having some problems with some friends, or
No.
Okay. One thing I do have to say about the sleep hygiene, though, they say that a bed should only be used for 2 things: sex and sleep. If one is awake in a bed for more than 10 or 15 minutes, you should get up and do something non-stimulating.
Really?
Yeah, so basically if you're laying there in bed and you can't fall asleep, get up and do something and then come back to bed and try and fall asleep again.
Now, I'm going to tell you, Dr. What's
there's no
nuts. I have a problem with you, okay? Because one of the things I will definitely say about my sleep hygiene is that I do not fall asleep very quickly.
Takes you a while.
It takes me
Keith
a
while,
long
too.
time, like half an hour to an hour, sometimes longer, every night. And you know, like sometimes I am so jealous. Like my girlfriend will fall asleep like in mid conversation. Like if she's going to bed and she's ready for it, she'll be like, yeah, like that's it, she's gone. And I so envy that because I'm not like that. I need to like
We
sit
should try
and
and
I
get up, you know.
Maybe
just
I'll do that, but then
do a
I would
something.
never sleep because I don't think I've ever been. It's been rare, maybe 10 times in my life that I've been tired enough to hit the bed and not remember like.
Well, basically that was the whole point of this argument. They're like, you should get out, do things, exercise, like do something during the day that where when you go to bed at night, you're actually tired. So you're not just going to bed because, oh, it's my time to go to bed. I'm actually tired because I've done a lot of
Well, but I'm
things.
tired because I'll sit up and like watch TV and then I'm like, oh God, I gotta
that's
go.
the problem.
Watching
I don't
TV's
know.
bad
I
on a
don't know.
couch? Is that?
Oh, I thought you meant in bed.
No, I just go to sleep. I see your Mac is
There's no
really
missing there. We're good.
good. Next story,
Yes.
last story, but next story as well. Nintendo DS Lite arriving in North America in May! Exclamation point.
This is awesome.
1,181 people dug this story submitted by Digital Gopher. The latest issue of EGM, Electronic Gaming Monthly, reports that the DS Lite is due in May on North American shores. The snippet coincides with 1UP's recent speculation, but does not contain further information that would validate this claim. Consider this a rumor for now. DS, everybody knows, dual screen.
I like the
Are you okay? What are you doing? You had that
Sorry.
look like, I can't wait for you to lie.
No,
I
no.
can't wait to catch you with
I
something.
I think the DS is great.
The DS.
I was thinking about going online and actually buying one because the imports they actually have in Japan right now because it's out in Japan.
I've never seen the DS Lite.
Oh, have you not? Go
Ah!
type in DS Lite into Google real quick. You just got to see this. I mean, so it's the DS but tiny.
It's the DS, but light.
Look at this. Look at that. Isn't that awesome?
Nope.
Dude, it's like this small.
First off, I don't think they ever really figured out. Now, I'm not going to lie to you. I've never played one. But I don't think that they ever really found the way. I mean, like, I'm not going to play a first-person shooter with a freaking
you don't have
stylus.
to. You don't have to. It's for other things like equipping things. Like
I don't want to use a stylus to equip things.
You don't
What,
have to
I got
use
it
a
behind my ear
stylus.
and I'm like, brr, brr.
No, you can just look down. It can be used for cool things. Like Prayer brought this game over the other day. What was it called?
It's a
Brain
brand new.
Sack.
It's a brand new DS game. It's super popular.
Brain something.
I'll
Brain
look it up.
Brain sack.
I'll look it up.
Brain sack? No, it was brain sack. You lying ass. I was like, what? Okay, so
It's
basically,
like brain sack. Wait.
It's
no.
it's a great little game for the DS, and like if you do it for 15 minutes a day over the course of like 3 weeks,
Oh,
it'll
it's
boost
this.
your IQ.
Yeah.
Brain age.
Yes. Okay.
There's cool games coming out. It has Wi-Fi and it's tiny. It's light. It's cheaper than the PSP.
Well, I'll check it out. I have a, I don't know. I
You
fall
don't have
into
a
this.
PSP. You need something. You need a portable gaming.
Well, I
device.
have the micro. Remember?
Oh, it's not wireless.
Well, no. But I fall into the situation if I buy stuff that I don't need.
There's a new DS
Yeah, so do I.
I mean, you know what I mean? Like I bought my digital camera like 2 years ago, like the big like
never
digital
use
rebel.
that
I'm like, oh my god, I love it. I'm gonna take pictures all the time. It's like,
I'm
what?
thinking about getting one.
I know, and I'm sitting here saying, don't, you idiot! I spent this much money.
I know.
It was like a G.
Was it really?
It was like a G.
No, I didn't want to spend that much.
Well, then you're not gonna get a rebel.
Yes. So
That's it. Let's talk
That-
about our sponsors before we hit emails.
yes, and you have the sponsors.
I have some of them. GoDaddy.com is the world's #1 domain registrator. Get your GoDaddy.com domain name for just $6.95. Enter the code KEITH.
Oh.
That's KEITH at checkout for your discount. Get your piece of the internet today at GoDaddy.com.
Yes, copy for Sony. Which is what I'm not supposed to read. Prager. Wait, we're doing
Copy for Sony. I love that you said it.
Prager
with
wrote
such-
that. It's his fault.
No, but I love that you said it with such like vim and vigor. Like, copy for Sony.
It's like Anchorman when they write shit
Yeah.
down, you just read it. Pursuit Force for the PSP. I'm not going to read that. I have played this game, Pursuit Force. Do check it out. It's
I've
pretty
yet
cool.
to play. I should steal damn PSP.
It is. It's a fun game. It's actually, you get to jump on the back of cars and like shoot people, and it actually, there's not many games I like for the PSP. I haven't played a lot of them. This is one that is actually halfway decent.
Nice.
Which is nice because they're also a sponsor. And you get loads of additional
Works.
information for this game at us.playstation.com.
That's right. Copy for Cashfly. That was a horrible
Yes.
joke. Thanks to Cashfly for handling all of Dignation's distribution. Go to cashfly.com/Diggnation or use the coupon code Diggnation when you sign up. You'll get a free month to check it out. Absolutely free. Emails. So we got an email from this guy that kind of corresponds to shirts, but not really. He says, this is Mike Z. He says, hey guys, I'm a big fan of the show. I enjoy coming home after a long day in school or if I had a bad day. I like to watch all of my favorite podcasts, including yours. I don't have a Diggnation shirt yet, but I will get one soon and send a pic of it on me. Oh, guys, I've been doing some cool Photoshop things. Hope you enjoy this.
Oh, this is cool.
I'll get more, and we'll send it to you over next week.
Pull the
Mike Z. I don't know if I don't have the picture. But Keith is showing you the picture right now, which is the Diggnation Indiana Jones movie poster. How great is that?
It has Dan in the upper.
Dan's
left-hand
got
corner.
Dan
Where's Prager? Prager needs to
Fufuert.
be in it. Well, he put him and his girlfriend in there too, right? The guy.
No,
that
him and
did
his
it?
sister. Oh.
His sister. Sorry. His sister's kind of hot, right?
His sister was kind of hot, actually.
cute.
Because we were like, who's the guy in the corner? Oh, that's him. Who's the guy? And then, oh,
It
that's
wasn't
her.
a guy. It was a.
No, the guy. It was first the
okay.
guy, and then it was the girl, his sister.
And
But
then, Prager's
Keith is a Nazi down in the corner, which is kind of cool. And he looks very regal for a Nazi commander, doesn't he?
He totally does.
So that's really cool. We love, dude, the Photoshop stuff. Great work. Great work. It's like, you're like, who's the guy? Who's the professor friend that's like?
It's the older. It's the dad.
Oh no, that's Sean Connery. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, totally. You got to check it out. Very cool. So thanks, Mike, for that, and we will see you tomorrow.
And no, we also have a picture of like.
No, we have a lot
the guy
of it.
with the two girls.
Yes, and this other guy sent us in a picture with two girls, which
Is it Jay?
no, it wasn't
That's
Jay.
a terrible way to intro. Like we don't even know their names.
Well, give me a second. Can I search for a guy with two
I
girls?
thought we were gonna do that one too.
We were, but then I wasn't, and then you did.
No.
No, we're going to. Is this it? I think this is it. No, this is the guy who's mad at his girlfriend. There's a picture of this dude and his girlfriend, and they're so mad at each other.
No, she's pissed. She
She's
doesn't
like-
want to be in the picture. She's like,
And he's like, I'm wearing a shirt. Yeah, let's not do that one.
naked one. There's this girl sending us naked
Dude.
pictures of herself.
We got it. Where?
is
I'm trying.
crazy.
Read your email, and I'll read this one.
Here's my email.
Wait, I found it. ATX Diggnation fans. No idea what this means. Jonathan
Jonathan.
Allen sent us a picture of him with two lovely ladies wearing his Diggnation shirt. So thank you,
That girl on the left
Jonathan.
looks like Dan's girlfriend a little bit.
She does look Mary Kate with longer hair.
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah, nice.
All right.
You got one? You
Last email.
This was perfect. He wouldn't let me read this email. He was like, "Oh my god, I found it!" And he was like, "I can't let you read it." And then he goes, "Do you know what a chupacabra is?" And I was like, "Yes."
I don't know. what
Chupacabra.
this-
It's like the Mexican werewolf.
Okay, well, I have no idea, so maybe you can tell me what this means.
Oh,
I
God.
just got a couple of things to mention to you guys. Alex, El Chupacabra is a monster in Central America
Yes.
that drinks blood and mutates goats and other livestock.
Yes.
They also eat the eyeballs and other soft spots of the body.
Yes, that is the El Chupacabra.
If you watch TLC or the Science Channel, you can find crazy specials every once in a while. The Wolf Boys you were
Yes.
thinking of
Yes.
have some
Genetic
genetic disorder.
disorder.
Secondly, I am a girl and my boyfriend did not recommend me to you, nor did any male. I really
Nice.
love the show. Thanks for putting it out,
Regina.
Regina. So
Well, thank you,
what's she
Regina.
talking about?
That's the Chupacabra. The Chupacabra. Did you ever see the X-Files where the Chupacabra was on it?
Maybe.
First off, it's called the Chupacabra.
Does he attack
That's
people?
just comedy. It's
Yeah, but-
called Chupacabra. Like you
Oh,
can't.
Prager has a picture. That's the Chupacabra.
No, that is not the Chupacabra. That's the Chipmunka
It's from
cabra.
Wikipedia. That is the Chupacabra.
That's a bad drawing of a Chupacabra.
It's like a
Because I'll tell you right
frog.
now,
It
if
has
you saw a
frog legs
Chupacabra, if you saw a Chupacabra, right? If you were
They
in
don't
Central America,
exist.
no, they do. If you were in Central America and you're like, hey, that's a Chupacabra. If you were like just chilling in Central America and you're like, oh, let's go out to the fields and look for some stuff, and then Chupacabra pops out.
I'd freak out and probably shoot it.
Okay, first off, do you have a gun?
If I did.
There's a lot of ifs in this. All I'm saying is the Chupacabra is real. Fear the Chupacabra.
Where did this come up in a? I mean,
I've been saying chupacabra all the time.
Was I
and then
drunk at the time? Or,
probably.
Okay.
And then I said something about the wolf.
Because at first she was talking about like eating soft spots of livestock, and I'm like, okay, this is either a crazy chick that's emailing us, or like she somehow knows you,
or she's a paleontologist or a exozoologist that is studying the chupacabra in Central America.
Fair enough.
And I would love to know how that hunt goes.
Regina.
Before we finish up, I do want to say, Liam Lynch, you got to check out Lynchland. If you haven't seen it, it's Liam Lynch's podcast. It's freaking hysterical,
Yes.
and he has it's literally like a window into this guy's mind. Like it's just totally stream of consciousness.
You gotta watch
all
it.
the stuff that he's been doing.
What's
for
the
years
website?
and years and years.
Well, they can find it on the iTunes Music Store.
You can go to liamlynch.net or go to the iTunes Music Store, go to podcasting, and it's called Lynchland. But it's hysterical, dude. I watched this one episode on the plane out here last week, and this song he plays just got stuck in my head. It's an episode.
That's the one you told me to go download, right?
2, yeah.
I haven't seen that one yet.
Oh, dude, it's like super addicting. And Planet Talk, huge fan of Planet Talk.
Nice.
So
I'll
anyway,
check it out.
check it out. It's really, really fun, and
Cool.
he's a fun guy.
Now, if you want to see any of the stories that we talked about today, they are in our user profile at Dig. So it's dig.com/users/Diggnation. All the links are right there.
Yes, and you can also head over to dig.com/users/Alex Albrecht and Kevin Rose, however you want to do that in whichever order. And you can check out all the stuff that we have been digging throughout the week or submitting throughout the week. And also you can associate us as friends, and there's all this new friends information on the side there. You can see what we're digging in real time and all that stuff, what's going on and blah, blah, blah.
And so that is it.
That is it for this week's edition of Diggnation, episode 40. That's a good,
crazy.
solid number that we've been doing this for 40 weeks.
Which is pretty nuts.
Which is,
You've only taken 1 week off, right?
2.
2.
3, 2. Two. Holla. I don't know where that came
That's right.
from. So anyway, if you want to get in touch with us, send us your pictures of you with your Diggnation shirts on or on your pets, as we have shown in the past.
Yep.
Dignationfans@gmail.com. I'm Alex Albrecht. Thank you for listening.
I'm Kevin Rose. Until next time.
Chupacabra!
Hello, welcome to Diggnation episode number 40. Yes, that's a camera. I'm Kevin Rose. Keep going.
It's Keith! All right, here we go.
That was good.
That was good. Yes, it's a camera.
Ready?
Yeah.
Here we go. Hello, welcome to Diggnation episode number 40. I'm Kevin Rose. Keith!
Keith!
Come on.
No, yes, that's the problem.
look
Instead
at
of this, like this, usually when we start, we're like this. Keith is like this.
He's turned around. Why are you turned around? Stop it.
I don't know.
Are you ready?
Yes.
Here we go.
Wait.